Hello everyone, and welcome to another Leetcode video. Today we're looking at the problem 0 Array Transformation 1, which was question 2 in a weekly contest 424. So the question reads that we're given an integer array nums of length n, and then also a 2D array queries, where queries I represents LI, RI. So for each of the queries, we want to select a subset of the indices that are in the range of that query, and we want to decrement the values at the selected indices by 1. So what we want to do is transform this array into a 0 array, where all the elements of the array are equal to 0. So we want to return true if it's possible to do this, and false otherwise. Looking at the example 101 with the query 02, we would output true here. And the reason for this is because we can select the subset of indices between 0 and 2 and decrement those values by 1. So for this first one at 0, we would decrement it by 1. At 0 here, we wouldn't do anything. Even though this is in our range, we can pick a subset of indices to decrement, so we could leave this one alone. Then we could also decrement this one since it's within our range too, and then at the end, we will get the 0, 0, 0 array. So how would we actually solve this problem? Well, let's think about kind of a brute force approach. So say we have this array 4, 3, 2, 1 with the queries 1, 3, and 0, 2. So what we could do is say process each query. So let's come here from 1 to 3. We know that this falls within this range right here. So what we could do is say, all right, I'm going to go through every element of this query and decrement it. So I can do this, and I'll end up with the array 4, 2, 1, 0. So here we have decremented this to 0, so that's good. So now we can go to our next one. We'll say 0, 2. So what we can do is, again, decrement everything from 0 to 2. So we can do this, this, this. We'll end with 3, 1, 0, 0. So now we found that our answer is false, right? But to do this, we did it in a very inefficient way, because for each query, we had to go through every element in the array and decrement it, right? So for each query here, we had to go through the entire array. And remember, this Q can actually be the same size as our N. So this was an O of N squared solution. So this is going to be too slow for us. Even though it does work, we need to figure out a better way to actually do this. So what we're going to do here to improve our complexity is use the line sweep technique. You might also hear this called sweep line, just depends on who's writing about it. So the way this works is that instead of going through each element sequentially and having to process every element in each query, what we can instead do is basically process the query in O of 1 time. So what does that look like? So here we have this array of size 4. So what we're going to do is set up a line with a size 5. So we'll have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And basically what this is this is going to be just an array starting with all zeros, but we're going to add 1 over the size of our nums array. And you'll see why we do that in a minute. So let's process our query. So if we're doing 1, 3, we saw earlier that what that really did was that we would go from range 1 to 3 here and decrement everything. So how do we use this array in place of this? Well, we'll see that from 1, we want to decrement everything by 1, so we could change in this spot here to a 1. But we also know that at the end of that range, at 3, we want to stop decrementing, right? Or rather, after this range ends. So what we can do is go to 3 plus 1, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could change this to a minus 1, right? So what is this telling us? This is telling us that after we've processed this query, anything from the range 1 to 1 more than 3 is going to be incremented by 1, but once this range ends, we want to decrement so that we account for this range ending. So now let's process this next query. So you can imagine it'll be a similar thing. So it starts at 0, so we can change this 0 to a 1, and then we want to go up until 2. So then after 2, we want to decrement, so that will be at 3, -1. Okay, so how do we actually use this? So now if we go and actually sum everything up, we'll have 1, 2, 2, and then we have -1. So we'll subtract 1 from here. So we'll have 1 and then 0. So now what we could do is we can actually compare this to our original array. So let's compare each spot. So here we have 4. So we know we need to make 4 to 0, right? We want to decrease this to 0, but you'll see that based on the queries we have, we can only decrement this by 1, right? Because this represents the amount we can decrement each number based on these queries. So you'll see here immediately that 4 is greater than this value, so you'd return false. But in another case where this was valid, what we would do is we would go through and compare every single number, right? So we would say, is this greater than this? Or rather, is it less than this? Then we would go forward. Is this less than this? Is this less than this, right? So what we're doing here is basically using this line sweep array. And what we're going to do is compare each element to its respective element in the number array. If this is greater than or equal to, then that's valid. That's true. Otherwise, in this case, where if this is greater than our line sweep array, we return false, right? So basically, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use this line sweep to process all these queries in constant time. So what's the time complexity of this problem? So to actually go through and calculate everything, right, we have to go through all of our queries. So we know that we at least have to go through our queries, which also could be equal to n, right? So we can do O of n for our queries. And then what we have to do is we have to, at the end, go through all the elements of our array again and compare them to this line sweep. So this is another O of n here. So when we add them, we would get O of 2n, but overall we can simplify this down to O of n. So we have simplified this problem from our original O of n squared brute force solution down to an O of n solution. So let's look at the code and see exactly how this works. So the code for this problem is actually very simple. So first thing we're going to do is set up our line array. And remember, we're going to have this start as all zeros, but we want to make sure that the length of it is +1 of whatever the length of nums is. And this is to account for when we end an interval, we want to end it at the +1 of whatever query that we're given. So for example, for the query 1, 3, we want to decrement the spot at 4. So that's what we're doing here. Just for each query, we're going to process it by adding 1 to the start point and subtracting 1 from the point at end +1. Then here, we're just going to go through our line and sum everything up. So after we do this step, each spot is going to represent the total amount that we can decrement at that index. So then we're just going to do our check. So we're going to go through all the elements in nums. If at any point the element in line is less than the element at nums, this means that we could never at this point decrement that element down to 0, so we return false. Otherwise, we just return true. So let's submit and make sure that it works. And it does work. So hopefully this was helpful. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.